Welcome, everyone, to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of the 63rd Annual Holiday Parade. I'm Craig Coughlin. I'll be bringing you the parade along with my colleague, Brian Molnar, the Recreation Director, and our Mayor, John McCormick. And, John, it's a cold day, but there's lots of warm spirit.
It's clear and it's dry. That's more important. I'll take the cold any day as long as it's not wet cold and driving rain like I think last year we had trouble with the weather. Many years in the past, but cold's cold. We'll deal with it.
Cold. It's winter. It's December, and it's the holidays. So, Brian, tell us about the parade today. How many units do we have?
So we have 60 marching units. It's kind of hard this year because the first Sunday in December falls on Thanksgiving weekend. So a lot of the scout groups and stuff like that are all visiting family out of town. So we're kind of limited there. But we're going to have a good spirited parade. We have a lot of floats. We have some bands. We have our Woodbridge Corvette Club. So it's going to be a fun day.
And this is the capper to an incredible weekend here in Woodbridge. Yesterday was the light parade last night. Couldn't be more enthusiastic a reception for the parade throughout the township. And, of course, the stroll yesterday and all the other events, Mayor.
It's a fluke when Thanksgiving is the 28th because that means the 1st is a Sunday. And that means the light parade is that Saturday, the 30th. It happens once every, I don't know how many years, to the math. But it happened this year, and it was a great night last night. It was also like this, not quite as cold, but it was dry and just amazing. Those trucks with the fire guys and the first aid squads and public works, the job you do with that, Brian, is just amazing. And you turn around and you got two of your busiest days of the year back to back as you turn around from the light parade and now run the holiday parade.
It's good. We get it all out at once.
Yeah, right.
Listen, it's sad because it seems like the holiday season is shortened. But you know what? We kicked it off with a bang last night.
Oh, we sure did. And the stroll was great. I mean, it was...
Oh, the stroll was terrific.
Mobbed, absolutely mobbed.
Yeah. I said it to people last night. It was a little bit like a Hallmark movie with a community choir.
It was.
Fire and hot chocolate and such great spirit. And a lot of
horse and carriage and the snowflakes and Frosty. It was... a lot of community spirit, like you said.
And today's going to be another example of that. It's going to be a great day, a great parade. So sit back, relax, have a hot chocolate, maybe some popcorn, and get ready as the holiday spirit comes out in full force today as we have the 63rd Annual Parade. So sit back, relax, everybody, and enjoy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TV 35's coverage of the 63rd Annual Woodbridge Township Holiday Parade. My name is Brian Molnar. I'm the Director of Recreation for Woodbridge Township, and I'll be bringing you the early part of this coverage of this parade until I am joined by my regular host, Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin, and Mayor John McCormick. Got a beautiful day here today in Woodbridge. A little cold. I mean, it is winter. It's December 1st. Got the wind whipping. But it's sunny compared to the last couple of years. We've had our parade where it's been rainy. We'll take it. So looking at a shot down Main Street, you can see Main Street's lined with people to watch the parade. As we watch our contingents being led by our Woodbridge Township Police Department. They always do a great job with us, assisting us. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. And as we're looking at our first unit, it is our traditional honor guard, the Woodbridge High School Army JROTC, under the direction of Colonel Thomas Parker, Senior Army Instructor. The JROTC is the Department of Defense's largest youth program in the world. The JROTC serves as a character and leadership development program for our nation's high school students. The JROTC's mission is motivate young people to be better citizens. And they were established at Woodbridge High School in 2014. As we see them march by. And we also have the Navasink Brass Band playing. They're coming in and they're leading in our Grand Marshals. There you look at the Navasink Brass. They're in their 32nd season. And they performed in Red Bank and have performed in many parades. And they've been in our parade now for the past 5 years. And now we're looking at our Grand Marshals, the Woodbridge High School football team. Head coach Joe Gorge. The Woodbridge High School football team finished the 2024 regular season with a perfect 9-0 record, only the third time in school history. They were the Liberty Gold Division champions for the second year in a row, and they tied a school record for 10 victories as they won one playoff game. great season. They brought a lot of pride to Woodbridge. A lot of exciting Friday nights. As we see them come by. Great for the kids to be here. You can see they've got the Grand Marshal sash. They can put that back in the showcase at the high school. As we look at some of our crowd by the reviewing stand, out here to catch the festivities on the sunny side of the street, which is the smart move. And here we go, Woodbridge High School football team. Good job, boys. And now we watch our Woodbridge High School cheer and dance team come forward. The Woodbridge High School cheer and dance team was created to bring back school spirit to football games at halftime as they perform a highly skilled cheer and dance performance. This team is committed to community service and regularly participate in activities that give back to Woodbridge Township. And the cheer captains are Deani Moore, Trini Williams, Tatiana Camilo, Juliet Zavak. And the dance captains are Juliana Bechtold, Emma Terrell, Delarna Cartier, and Natalie Rosado. And here they come. And here is our Woodbridge High School Marching Barons. They're led under the direction of Mr. Jason Kahn, who's the band director, and Carolina Holmstrom, who's the assistant band director. The Marching Barons are an active performing extracurricular organization from Woodbridge High School. They perform at all Barons football games, and they also compete. And they have been to Walt Disney World many times, performing on Main Street, USA, and they've even performed on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. This season, the Barons performed their show, We're All Mad Here, and received many accolades. And they are honored to be part of the 63rd Annual Holiday Parade. Let's listen.
Again, the Woodbridge High School Marching Barons. Thank you.
There they go, the Marching Barons from Woodbridge High School. And here we have the Woodbridge High School Homecoming Queen and King and their courts. The 2024 Queen is Tatiana Camilo, and the 2024 Homecoming King is Brian Anderson. They're also joined Tatiana's court, Angelise Begnino, Yarly Flores, Angelina Smolder, Trini Williams. And the Homecoming King court is Jeremiah Allen, Jamar Beal, Anthony Penna, and Tyler Simkovich. We see the King Queen court go by. And now we have our dignitaries, led by our Mayor John McCormick, Council President Kyle Anderson. We see 3rd Ward Councilman Corey Spiller, Chief of Staff Carolyn Ehrlich, looks like from our Board of Ed, Jenny Perez. They come walking by, our dignitaries.
Council President Kyle Anderson, Councilman Vice President Corey Spiller,
You see Dan Harris from the Board of Ed. He's the president with the Woodbridge High School scarf on, along with Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin.
Congratulations.
We see some more dignitaries. Councilman at Large Greg Ficara, Assemblywoman Yvonne Lopez,
This young lady here puts out that nice colorful folder or binder every year with every activity in the town. Let's give it for Megan.
and now we see our past Grand Marshals coming up. We have Albert Chisani of Royal Albert's Palace. He was the Grand Marshal last year. We see him with his hat on. We also have DVRT. We have Debbie Lublow representing them. They were Grand Marshal in 2021. County Commissioner Charlie Kenny, who was 2014's Grand Marshal, and Terry Sarkey from the Mayor's Advisory Committee, who was Grand Marshal in 2015.
Patty, great.
All right, and now I am going to hand it over to the two professionals that are going to take you the rest of the way. We'll have Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin and Mayor John McCormick join us. I'm going to go out on the street and do some interviews. And I know the mayor is going to want to talk about this marching group that's coming in now, Island 9, and about Mary Wirtz, who's going to be the first female chief. So, Mayor, if you want to grab your headset, take it away.
Thank you, Brian, and happy holidays, everybody. Craig Coughlin, delighted to be here with you today as the holiday season rolls in full force to Woodbridge Township. What an incredible weekend it was. There were races and
It's not over yet, man.
no, it is not. Yes, last night was the stroll and the light parade and
The Winterfest.
It was just a terrific weekend. All came at once. Usually gets spread out a little bit, but
Well, usually Thanksgiving's earlier, and the first Sunday is not right behind Thanksgiving, but at least every 7 years, and maybe more with the leap year, this is the phenomenon where Thanksgiving is on, I guess it's every 7 years.
yeah.
It's on the 28th, and that puts the light parade and the stroll on the 30th, and that puts this parade on the 1st, so it's a lot of work.
So we see the Island Fire Volunteer Fire Company. I heard Brian say it, and thank you, Brian, for that. They're doing a terrific job as always. Chief is Mary Wirtz. You're going to
First
swear her
female
in today.
ever. I'm
right
going to swear her in at 4 o'clock at the firehouse. First female chief ever in the history of Woodbridge Township.
That's a great thing. You know, the Wirtz family is hugely involved in the fire services here in the township of Woodbridge. And so, Mary, congratulations on a well-earned and well-deserving position. Ed Mullen is the president, and they've been protecting folks in the 9th Fire District since 1922.
It's a Mullen and Wirtz show over there.
Yeah.
Eddie Mullen and Kevin Wirtz have been running that place for a long time, on and off, chief, president, you name it. Kevin's a former councilman. NJ Dance Academy owner Don Krantz. They relocated to Woodbridge recently. Have classes from 2 to adult.
And it's awarded. It's an award-winning studio with many dancers winning college scholarships, judges awards, performer of the year, and dance awards. So happy holidays, everybody!
Following up is the Avenel Fire Company. Did Corey run out to march with them after he finished marching with us?
He might have. Corey Spiller, of course, councilman from the 3rd Ward. Fire commissioner. No, he's not a fire commissioner. He's a fire inspector.
He's inspector. Got Dan DeRota there, Frank Strain. Bunch of youngsters.
Here, let's take a look at the dance from the New Jersey Dance Academy.
While we're watching, let me mention the crew. The cameras are Emil Brendoffi, Samantha Roth, and Will Rubiano. Audio is Bruno Martins. Technical Director Joe Fernandez. Director Gina Forbes. And we were at El Ranchito for the corner here of Main Street and Fulton Street. And they let us come inside and be warm as we announced the parade, which we really, really appreciate.
Thank you for your hospitality. Every year, we've been doing this here for quite a while now, John. Right?
Even before it was this restaurant.
Yep.
I think when you buy the place, it comes, the deed has to say you must let the mayor and speaker in to do the parade.
And New Jersey Transit train in the background.
So important to our economy to have that train. Wonder where they're all going. They look happy.
We see our Dan Harris, my running mate, Yvonne Lopez, headed back up the street with Kyle Anderson and
Jenny Perez from the Board of Ed.
From the Board of Ed. Dan's wife, Taylor.
That was a quick walk.
It was a brisk walk. It's kicked off right at, what time is it?
It's 2:05 already.
It's 2:05 and we've been here a couple of minutes, so it's about a half hour.
It's a half-hour walk. Yeah, it was brisk.
Well, it's chilly outside, so nobody wants to slow down and bask in the weather.
No.
But it's nice, as you said, Mayor. It's sunny and it's clear.
Not really that windy.
Not all that windy. Brian Molnar has a special guest right now. Brian?
Well, now I'm joined by our council president, Kyle Anderson. Kyle, welcome.
Brian, thank you for having me over here. First of all, thanks to the rec department for really coordinating this and getting all of the groups out here today. It's a fantastic day.
It's a great event. We love doing this. How was your walk today?
Really enjoyed it. I mean, it's a little colder. As we see, we were right next to a ice sculpture that's not going to melt. It has no danger of melting.
That ain't going nowhere.
But, we're seeing the young kids out, and we're seeing groups like the American Irish and some of the other groups. Some of our Indian groups are out. And we just have just a nice turnout for the parade. It's a little cold, but it's sunny, and it's not too windy.
Well, thank you for everything. Thank you for being here today. Thank you with help. We're getting the Woodbridge High School football team for us.
Absolutely.
I know we got that all done. They were great grand marshals. They represented this town very well. I said a lot of exciting Friday nights this past fall at Woodbridge.
A lot of fun. Coach George was able to get the kids out today, and it was nice seeing all the homecoming courts, the football team, and it's just want to say on behalf of the council and my year as a council president, it's been a great pleasure serving Woodbridge, and just want to wish everyone a happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, and also congratulations to you. I know you're a proud dad here today. Your two sons played on the football team. Your son Brian's the homecoming king. So the Anderson family was represented very well here today.
It was a nice year for them, and we were real proud of it. And like you said, Friday nights were really exciting. Going back to the Woodbridge Colonia game, outstanding game, 42-39.
Yeah.
We have a lot to be proud of, and Kennedy had a winning season this year as well. So all three teams really represented the township really well.
Well, thank you for being here. Congratulations, and have a great holiday.
Thank you. You too.
Now back to John and Craig.
There we see the Avenel Fire Company. Chief is Frank Strain. The president is Chris Naroda. They were founded back in 1913, and the volunteers have provided fire and rescue services to residents of the 5th Fire District, which is in, of course, Avenel. It's funny, John, when I look at these, they're founded in 1913. I remember.
You remember when they were founded?
Well, no, I don't remember quite that. But I remember when we were looking at them and saying, boy, in a couple of years it'll be 100th anniversary, and now
it's
10
113.
years, 111 years.
It seems like there's been a lot of 100 years.
Yeah.
Since I've been around. Well, of course, we've been here a while.
We see fire trucks.
Reminds me of last night when they were all decorated up for the holiday.
I suspect many of these were
light parade.
Yeah,
they had to be. Yeah.
So they undecorated them in very short order.
There's Corey Spiller walking by.
Everybody seems to be walking up the street with purpose, John.
I think they're trying to go to Costello's and have a drink.
Next up, the Avenel Colonia First Aid Squad.
Anthony Kersey, the president. Bob Snowfield, the chief. Founded in 1945.
There we go. They haven't been here for 100 years.
No.
We'll be looking forward to that.
Most of the fires have, though. Fire companies have.
78 years. They've been recognized by the mayor and the governor's office for their service to Woodbridge community. They respond 24 hours a day.
And now let's send it out to our man on the street, Brian Molnar, Recreation Director.
Okay, I am now joined by a special guest, our 19th District Assemblywoman, Yvonne Lopez.
Thank you.
Yvonne, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. So on behalf of Speaker Coughlin, Senator Vitale, and I, we represent the 19th District, which includes Carteret, Woodbridge, Perth Amboy, South Amboy, Sayreville. And we're just so delighted and happy to be here today. I know the Speaker is still speaking over there. Senator was not available to be here today. But again, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and everything else. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here, and I know thank you for your service.
Next up, one of my favorite groups, the American Irish Association of Woodbridge. Sean Keaveney's the president. Mary Natale's the vice president, Peggy Foley the treasurer, Laura Cahill recording secretary, our own Dan Harris corresponding secretary, Pat Cahill sergeant-at-arms, Hama, and Joan Diaz chair of the Veterans Committee.
The directors are Ed McSherry, Cindy Jakovich, Ken Egan, Nancy Egan, and Ken Gardner. They received the Frank Pelsman Award for Community Service in 2017 and received one of the few keys to the township by the town council. You haven't given out a lot of keys.
Only 4 to groups. The Woodbridge Elks, the American Irish, the Senior Billiards Club, and Evangel Church. Only 4 groups have gotten the prestigious key to Woodbridge Township.
Well, the Woodbridge American Irish are involved in everything in
a lot,
right? I mean, they run, as we have said repeatedly, so people know it. They run the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yep, everybody thinks we do.
But they're involved in all kinds of things throughout the year and throughout the town.
And Stan Lahote's Ragtime Band.
There they are.
Fred Lahote. Bob
Are.
Essler on guitar, Gary Noakes on banjo, Tom Rittenhouse on keyboard, and Fred Lahote himself on the sax.
This group was originated
alto sax
in 1968. Now, I was around for that. They've been entertaining people in the tri-state area since then. This marks the 33rd year, John, of performing in the Woodbridge Holiday Parade. How about that?
There's fun music listening to them.
They're great. Yeah, everybody listens. Let's see. I think we're going to get to hear a little bit of music right here. So let's take a listen, everybody.
Not with the motorcycle.
With the motorcycle's revving their engine, we will hear all that. And here they're singing White Christmas. Fred Lahate and the Ragtimers. And here's Brian Molnar with another member of the council.
All right, now I am joined by our council vice president and 3rd Ward Councilman Corey Spiller. Corey, welcome.
Thank you, Brian. How's everything today? Great job, as always, you and your department. Fantastic event so far.
Thank you. A little cold, right?
It is a little cold, but I'll tell you what, I remember what it was last year. It was miserable, raining.
Oh, yeah.
So the sun is out. A couple of jackets, and everybody's having a good winter holiday time.
It is winter, right?
It is winter.
It's supposed to be this light.
Yes.
So how was the parade route?
Oh, fantastic! A lot of people out. The cold is not letting anybody affect anybody. It started this whole weekend. Last night had the stroll down. I'm sure you talked about it. The tree lighting. It's just a fun-filled weekend in Woodbridge. So many events. Again, thank you to you and your department, the rec department, and the culmination is a great holiday parade, one of our signature events in the entire year.
Well, thank you for stopping by, and to the Spiller family. I hope you guys have a great holiday season.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you. Now back to John and Craig.
Next up, the American Legion Post 87.
Lou Police, the post commander. James Cupper, Sons of the Legion commander, and Anastasia Goldberg is the auxiliary president.
They were chartered back on January 13th in 1928.
So that'll be 104 years.
That'll be, exactly.
Let's start planning the party.
There we go. It's organized organization of veterans who served in the military during a time of war or crisis. The American Legion is the largest and oldest veterans organization in the world, John, and they're dedicated to helping veterans as well as active duty troops currently serving our country. It also provides life-changing assistance and guidance for veterans.
They do a lot of great things. We just had them up last week at the St. James Food Pantry dropping off turkeys for people for the holidays. Great group of people.
Great group of people. They're also the home to New Jersey's American Legion former state commander.
Right, that's pretty cool to have a state commander.
It's a big deal. There's a lot of veterans organizations, a lot of American Legions, and Dan Dunn is a terrific guy, does a wonderful job, is dedicated, committed. So congratulations. His term is up, though, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's a past commander, but just the fact that you ran the state, that's pretty cool. Well, you run the state, kind of.
Well, sort of.
Northfield Bank has a float. Elsa Muniz is the team manager. Angie Circus is the vice president of government banking. We deal a lot with them. They're a terrific bank. Love the local ones. I really like the local community banks instead of the national chains. The national chains just don't have that. You won't see them getting a float. You won't see them sponsoring scout troops or senior luncheons.
Right. You won't see the bank president at an event in the community, right?
And now the Girl Scouts, they got a whole bunch of troops.
It's true.
83544 led by Kim Castor and Diane Barnett. 82537 led by Moeen Davis and Liz Savalas. 83590 led by Marley Nolan and Lisa Tomlinson. And 85935 led by Melissa Wilson and Tina Woods.
Girl Scouts help build the girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place in their community. Girls work at the food pantries, at clean parks, and help with charitable events. And
they really do.
Girl Scouting, when the girls grow, they grow strong. Yes, they do.
And enough of the cookies, girls. We got to watch our weight.
But they're so darn good.
They are good.
What's your favorite?
I like the shortbread, believe it or not. The most plain of all of them.
Yeah.
I don't like peanut butter. I don't like the thin. I don't know. I'm the only guys I know that don't like thin mints.
I love those.
I don't like them at all.
They're a treat.
One time they had a Girl Scout contest where the kids all had to make cupcakes and cakes with Girl Scout cookie flavors.
Yeah.
There was like 30 entrants, and 29 of them had thin mints.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a taste tester and had to, judge. I picked the one that didn't have thin mints. So, girls, if you're out there listening and you have a contest and you want to win, and I'm a judge,
skip the thin mints.
A little more of the shortbreads.
I like the shortbreads too.
And here's Brian with someone else on the street to talk to.
Okay, now I am joined by a couple of old colleagues of mine. From the Woodbridge Board of Ed, we have our president, Dan Harris, and Jenny Perez. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So how was along the parade route, all right? Everything good?
It was great. We had a good time. We love coming out and seeing our students smiling and having a good time. So it's been a really good turnout. The weather cooperated, although it's a bit chilly, but the smiles are still out here. So thanks for having us, and thanks to the Recreation Department for putting this all together.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Yeah, Brian, congrats to you and your team. 61st or 63rd parade?
63rd.
Which is incredible. I've been coming here since I was a little kid. My mom always had us over by the train trestle. And like Jenny said, our students, it's great seeing them really put their best foot forward, right? With the ROTC from Woodbridge High School, who was out here in their full dress Army uniforms, and our 3 high school marching bands. They always look and sound amazing. So it's great to see them, all their work that they put in to see it in action out here. They're cold, but they're having a great time.
Absolutely. So how you guys going to celebrate the holidays this year?
Family, lots of family time, which is like, it's funny when I say that because I have a huge family and we gather all year round. We don't need an occasion, but it's nice to see folks coming from out of state, and just spending quality time together means everything, and I'm blessed to have a really amazing family.
And this one's going to be a little different for Dan Harris, coming into this one as a married man.
Yes, yeah. Just celebrated Thanksgiving together with the in-laws and my family. Same thing for Christmas. But you know what? The most important thing, everybody's happy and healthy, most importantly.
Absolutely.
So that's I hope everyone out there who's watching and listening, hope you're healthy and doing well during the holidays. It could be depressing at the same time for those who are not with us at the table. So we keep those people in mind as well.
So, well, thank you guys for joining. I miss you guys.
Yes, we
guys no, you guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. You don't need me. It's all good. It's all good.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Now back to John and Craig.
We just saw the Island Fire Department, District Number 11. The fire chief is Ryan Malhero, sorry. First assistant is Chris Wirtz, the aforementioned
Another Wirtz.
And Joe
Francisquini
is the second assistant chief.
President Thomas Lanher and Vice President Emmanuel Jimenez. They've been, like all the fire companies, at it for over 100 years. And here comes JFK High School.
The Mustangs.
Director Josh Cabrera, percussion visual instructor Brandon Eberhard, guard instructor Alexander Rising, front ensemble instructor Elena Cuesta, drum major Sophie Hilarchik, my intern. Way to go, Soph. Field major Tejas Pawar, guard captains are Juliet Mendez and Jasiah Sanz, drum captains Teresa Perez and Satvik Pagiri. Section leaders Arisha Arfan, Nikita Garuda, Madhav Patel, Mark Henry, and Lily Heyer.
This is their 60th season performing in the stands and on the field at every JFK football game, both home and away on the road. The band is an extremely successful competitive season, placing third in the New Jersey State Championships. Congratulations. And achieved the second place in music and color guard and third place in percussion. Great job.
And Megan from the office is out there taking pictures today because my intern's marching. I can't have her take pictures if she's got her outfit on and she's marching with the band.
And first things first, right? And coming into view is the JFK Memorial High School Homecoming Queen and Court Float.
Suhani Patel is the queen, and the homecoming court is Sakina Glenn, Darshana Shah, Lorelei Lorenzen, and Jara Viuja.
Congratulations, ladies, and there they are.
They're one that don't do the kings with the queens, with the court.
Yeah.
Always. I don't know why.
Yeah, we see them because we do some of the football games, and that's often.
It
seems like we have the halftime show a bunch. Yeah. Joy's Dance House is up next. Here we. Joy's Dance House is located in Forge. Joy Catrone is the studio owner. Jordan King is another studio owner, and Brielle Cacciatore is the assistant director. The Dance House is a small family-run studio that believes everyone deserves the chance to dance. It's open to everyone 2 to 18. They offer classes and all different styles and levels. It's been in the Middlesex County People's Choice winner for Best Dance Studio in 23 and 24. And it's also the home of the award-winning Inner Beat Dance Company competition dance team. John.
Next up, Woodbridge Travel Soccer. That doesn't look like Woodbridge Soccer. It's the Snowflakes. We don't have the Snowflakes on our list. They were here last night.
Welcome to the Snowflakes.
They were different last night. The one on the left, her snowflake is kind of drooping.
Right. Well, It's no warmer than
melted.
yesterday.
Snowflake melted.
Yeah.
I think it's missing some air.
You got to puff it up. There they are. The snowflakes.
Woodbridge travels soccer next.
There we are.
So there's still travel teams, folks, but Woodbridge took over all the rec programs, and Bobby Tominski's the head of that, and he's phenomenal with the way he does that. Baseball, softball, boys and girls basketball, boys and girls soccer. Recently got involved with the wrestling, but we still allow the travel teams, the all-star teams, to do their thing after the leagues are over. But the important thing is, in order to play travel or all-stars, you must play in the league. We don't want all the best kids playing travel and not playing in the league. And that makes the competition, it makes it just not fun, because you lose all the pitchers and catchers in baseball, you lose all the point guards in basketball, the ones that really can make everything work. So it's really been phenomenal. I think we had 1,200 kids play soccer this year.
That's a lot. It's a lot of soccer games. That's why if you go by the fields on Saturday.
Oh, forget about it. Now, Woodbridge Police. Now, this takes a story here. We now own 2 ambulances. We have 2 supervisors. We have 8 EMTs. It's all run by Dennis Petrick. What came out of the corporate side, he's also very involved with the fire department, and he is running first aid for us, and so far doing a terrific job. Our number one job, folks, and sorry if I make a little commercial here, our number one job is public safety. We need people to answer calls. We need people to be in the home, ready to go out when the call comes in. And when that doesn't happen, we're forced into action. And that's what we did.
Next up, the Port Reading Fire Department Chief Daniel Korinsky and President Brian Small, also a councilman at large. Company was established back in 1904, and it's the second oldest fire company in Woodbridge Township, and proudly serves the community of Port Reading for, as we said, over 100 years. And they're an important part of that community, John.
And Brian Small's father started the Port Reading First Aid Squad. He's been an officer and a leader of that for many, many years. Been on the council now for, I'd say 12, 13 years or so.
Yeah, Brian's also the president of the Port Reading First Aid, which you just saw. Danny Egan is the chief, and they were established back in 1970.
Now that's the best looking float there, the Club at Woodbridge, which is now ours. Look at that, that looks cool. It's a little gingerbread house.
Yeah, it is, it's cool.
There's Monday Night Maggie.
Who's Monday Night Maggie?
She used to work there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not Maggie.
Never mind.
Oh, there's my sister's on the float.
Is she?
Yeah, the last
there
one
she is in the back, yeah, I see her.
Yeah, Maggie, now I forgot. She's now the principal of St. James, so
the manager, the fitness coordinator is, I'm sorry, John, I'm talking over you. Go ahead, you can read it.
Go ahead.
Managed fitness coordinator is Keith Kapanos. The coordinator of group exercise is Trish Mendez. The aquatics coordinator is Ryan Thomas. The coordinator of kids sports is Veronica Velasquez. And the membership coordinator is Rob Wernicki.
We put a lot into that place. Brand new weights was the last thing we're going to do for a while. Whole new sets of weights. There's the hockey den. You can have synthetic ice, learn how to be a goalie. There's the golf den. You can play any course in the world against the screen.
It looks like a fun place. I'm not much of a golfer, as you know.
No, neither am I. And I'm not much of a hockey player, as you know.
Neither am I. So, but it's really neat places, and you know. And the golf thing seems like fun. It'd be fun to go in with a bunch of guys or gals and play. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I went there when we first opened it, and it's interesting. You literally can play, courses in Europe.
For its fire company, next, my home section. Fire company president is Dan Gregg, and the chief is Councilman Howie Bauer.
Once again.
His fourth.
A glutton for punishment. He's starting his 5th on January 1st. He's still going to be chief again.
And the Board of Fire Commissioners president is Brian Henry. 113 years of service to the people of Fords in Woodbridge Township. I rest well at night knowing that these men and women are on the job, John.
Everybody in Woodbridge should rest well at night. There's the gingerbread man.
There he is.
Woodbridge Corvette Club coming up next.
So the gingerbread man at the stroll yesterday.
Yeah, he makes it around, in this time of year, just like Santa. He makes all the stops. Him and Rudolph and Frosty, they get a little conglomerate going there, and they travel together, I think.
And he looks like a softball pitcher throwing him underhand.
Next up, we have Clifford, the big red dog. I don't know who the penguin is. I don't know who the dude to the right is.
I think he's the escort for the...
He's got the dog treats.
Yeah.
In case Clifford gets hungry.
There's a couple more.
Snowflakes again.
These look like they're all not melted.
They must have blown it up.
Is it the same? Yeah, it's the same two.
The same two girls, yeah.
Snowflakes, yeah.
I don't know what they did. They went to the gas station and pumped them up. Probably the first time they ever pumped up a snowflake instead of a tire.
Let me get this straight, man. And the Corvette Club, John.
Woodbridge Corvette Club. Mike Caravello is the Vice President Guy Tresh. Treasurer is Bob Ackerman and Secretary Gene Tresh. I go there every year in October when they have their show, and they ask me to pick out my favorite car. Beautiful show. So many cars.
Really?
Probably over 100 cars come to Woodbridge.
Yeah, they're cool cars.
These people take it so serious.
Very much so. Yeah, they're very proud.
Oh my gosh.
The whole. It's a club that's been around since 1978. This is. They hosted their 38th annual car show back in October, as you have been talking about, at the community center. A portion of the proceeds from that go to the Veterans Home at Menlo Park. So thank you for that, and to the Woodbridge Food Bank. Thank you for that.
Now, I judge, but I pick one I like, color, style.
Yeah.
They walk around with almost a book, and they check every little detail of the engine and the interior and the colors and the tires, and it's amazing how hard they work to judge these contests.
And it matters, right? I mean, if it's an original
if somebody
part,
loses by a point, oh, man. Our business administrator, Vito Samaluka, is a Corvette guy, and
he's a national guy.
He's a national guy. He ran the national NCRS, NRCS. I think National Corvette Restoration Society. I think that's what they call it.
Okay.
And he travels the country.
Yeah. When he's not working 60 hours a week in town.
Right. Well, that's a mandate.
It's a gift. They sound powerful. You can hear them.
If I'm working 70, they got to be working 60. Once again, we'll mention the crew. Camera, Emil Brandaffi, Samantha Roth, and Will Rubiano. Audio, Bruno Martins. Technical Director, Joe Fernandez. Director, Gina Forbes. And once again, thank you to El Ranchito. So there's only 6 people here working, but when you watch this production, it'll seem like they had 26 working.
That's true. They work very hard, and they're terrific, just absolutely terrific. We see it. By the way, if you ever watch a sporting event, you know how.
Oh, we do football like nobody else. Right. Lightbridge Academy. Guy Falzarano, Chairman of the Board. Gigi Schweikert, CEO. Jessica Crimmins is the Director of the Island Center, and Caitlin Johnson, the Director of the Woodbridge Center.
The Lightbridge Academy has been the home away from home for families in Woodbridge and Island since 1997.
I was there when he started, and I was his accountant for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotten to know Guy. He's a terrific guy. Lightbridge Academy's early childhood education curriculum impacts the whole child in a multitude of ways by embracing every moment as another opportunity to learn all developmental areas are met.
And one thing I like is they have cameras everywhere, and parents and grandparents can literally get on their phone and see their kid during the day.
Yeah.
Colonia High School Marching Patriots. Kevin Perdoni's the director. Assistant directors Ben Barbito, Jeff Leitner, and Nicole Donahue.
The drum major is Roxanne Ratzanovic. The assistant drum director is Chetina Krishna. And the Marching Patriots compete and perform at all the football games. They compete in their own right, and they compete and play at every football game. They will be performing at Northeastern University and at Quincy Market in Boston. I'd like to go on that trip. Yeah. I'll be a chaperone. Yeah. Hang out in Faneuil Hall. Sign up. Yeah. And this is Mr. Peroni's 20th year, they want us to note, of being the band director and participating in the Woodbridge Holiday Parade. And here comes the Queen, King, and the Court. The Queen is Oriofalua
Izzy. I like that. Let's just call her Izzy from
Izzy,
now
yeah,
on.
that's
Godado.
yeah.
Homecoming court, Mia Cardenas, Sophia Grasso, Sophia Ronk, and Emily Schmidt.
Joseph Torres is the king, and the court include Christian Alvarez, Noah Figueroa, Logan Gonzalez, and Oliver
Majernik.
Thank you.
Noah Figueroa, my buddy, Eagle Scout, great kid, great young man. Going to go for music therapy, wants to help special needs people, go through therapy, with music and
That's
make their life better. What a great goal.
Next up, Colonia Fire Company, volunteer fire company. I think they're still all volunteer, correct?
They are.
Yep. I think the only department in town that is.
I think the two Islands might be.
Oh, they might still be. I apologize.
They might have stray full-timers, on the building maintenance and stuff like that. But there's no paid firemen as far as I know. Chief is Michael Pirizzoli, President Randy Garrett.
They've been around since 1943.
They're the newbies.
Yeah.
The new kids on the block.
Oh.
Did they have a bunch of hits?
We're going to have to keep doing this for a while to get to the 100.
Yeah. I'm in.
Me too. Colonia First Aid is next. George Riley is the president with 44 years of service. How about that, John? That's a lot of service.
That's a long time.
Community. Thank you, George. Founded in 1951, the Colonia First Aid Squad provides 24-hour emergency coverage.
And
you and I were founded right after 1951.
Yes.
A few years later.
Stampede 11 under travel baseball team championship this year.
And they wish everyone a happy holiday season.
And they can throw that candy far. They all got good arms. We're joined back by Brian Molnar, Rec Director. Did you do a bunch of interviews there, Brian?
Yeah, we did some interviews. We had some council people, the Board of Ed, my old colleagues. So, yeah. Crowd is nice on the street. I will
really
say that. For a cold day.
I expected less, and it's okay. They did okay. Woodbridge School of Dance now, owner-director Barbara Vary, established in 1977. They're a award-winning competition dance team that's been national champions.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time at that dance studio. My daughter, Alyssa.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Did she march in the parade? I'll bet she did.
Yeah.
Every year, I'll bet.
Yeah, she went from marching with Woodbridge School of Dance to being with the Woodbridge High School cheer to... I remember the greatest thing when she danced with Woodbridge School of Dance. They got to dance before a New York Knicks game.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Spike Lee was right in the front row.
Oh, yeah. Did you get to go on the court?
No.
You get to talk to Spike?
Yeah, no, we were nowhere near them. They left us, went down a hallway, and that was it. They came on
Next
the court.
thing you know, boom, where they are on center court.
The only thing that went boom was my wallet after that.
Dance is expensive.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
So are Knicks games.
Yeah.
I think dance is more expensive. The outfits, the competitions, the traveling, just the lessons.
But things you'll never forget.
I remember my daughter being 4 years old in a light green outfit, turning around 3 times singing "Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, doodly doo 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 doo." And if you knew what that cost me.
Still remember it. How old is she now?
She's 34.
Still remember
The
it.
dinner afterwards at Charlie Brown's in Metuchen was my parents, my wife's family, everybody out.
Yep.
Table for 20. All for 3 minutes. Doodly alley do, and that was it.
Well, I remember those days.
Here we see the Relay for Life of Woodbridge. Committee members, Amy, just her first names. I'm sorry. Amy, Tammy, Christine, Lauren, Michelle, Zakaya, and Kevin. You know Tammy, right, John?
I met her. Finally got that candy out of my living room.
That Tammy, of course, is Tammy McCormick.
So they collect, and it's
Lady
a
of
smart thing
Woodbridge.
to do. They collect unused Halloween candy. They advertise, and people just drop it off on my front porch.
Oh, really?
And then they throw it out today. It's pretty smart. Recycling candy. Aquila Landscapers.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Aquila Landscapers pulling the thing. Greg Aquila and Beth.
The Relay for Life this year is June 7th. It's usually the first Saturday of June at the high school. It's really a nice ceremony. Really, really nice.
It celebrates cancer survivors, lost loved ones, and it gives everyone a format to fight back against cancer. The goal is to engage all 10 towns in Woodbridge for the cancer fight. And as you said, they've been fighting it for over 30 years. And they want to thank Aquila Landscape for providing the truck.
Woodbridge Broncos now. President, our own Kyle Anderson. Pop Warner football and cheer program for kids 5 to 14, boys and girls. They merged the Island Giants and Colonia Patriots 7 years ago, and it worked out great. They're the 2024 9 and 10 and under. 2 teams won championships. And their JV cheer won Eastern Regional champions, and they will be competing in Disney World.
Good luck. Kyle Anderson, of course, is also council president this year.
I think that's him on the announcement up
Yep,
there.
that's him talking about it. Yep.
Oh, we missed Winnie the Pooh and we missed Frosty. There they are. Broncos. That's, this is a thing. Trying to merge 2 different leagues with all the egos and all the leaders and all that, it was
tricky.
Kyle, I give him credit, and who's the other guy? Oh, now I'm not going to remember, but they merged and it worked. And these things don't work many times.
Yeah, they actually gave the blueprint because then the Port Reading Saints and the St. Cecilia's Golden Knights merged, but the blueprint was already there on how to do it.
Here's the blueprint. Do right by the kids.
Exactly.
And if you get past that, you can check your ego at the door and you can just get it done.
The Woodbridge Fire Department up now, the oldest fire department in the township. The chief is Michael Baylog. They've been organized since 1897, serving Woodbridge proper and Seawarren.
I'll tell you, one of the good things about having the parade the day after the light parade, all the trucks are decorated still with the lights on. If it was a little bit more cloudy, this would be perfect.
What the heck is this next?
Well, first, that was the Woodbridge Township Ambulance and Rescue Squad. Nicole Fleming is the captain.
Fanning.
And Fanning, I apologize. They were serving the township since 1937.
I can't wait to see who these guys are.
That's the Trailblazers.
James Lawrence on the 57 T-Bird. We didn't have him.
Yeah.
We missed him, or he didn't show. The Jersey Trailblazers, Keith Brown is the president and the cowboy.
I'd like to know how they got that steer by Strickland Steakhouse.
Where's the guy walking behind the horses with the bag?
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
He got a
There he is. Who do you got to know to get that job?
There you go.
Horse equine mounted unit that comes together as one unit to support the past history of the horse and the rider.
There we go.
They're a first time, right? I've never seen them before.
No, they've been here.
Oh, they have?
Yeah, they've been here.
How did I miss horses?
You remember the one year when we had the big red thing in the middle of the road? Woodbridge?
Yeah.
And then we didn't realize the horses were afraid to go across it.
Oh, that's right.
Here's the Woodbridge Community Center, featuring partners in sound production. Brian Molnar.
Yo.
Immediately to my left is the rec director. Paul Losig is the deputy director of recreation. Patrick Muller, the general manager. The Woodbridge Community Center is a family entertainment center. All of you should know it. All of you should use it. It's a wonderful facility. Actually, 2 facilities. Roller skating, mini golf, indoor pool, track, gymnastics, ice hockey, 12 new outdoor courts in Ford's Park.
Yeah, we have the Woodbridge Wolfpack right behind them, who play out of the community center.
And they've had a terrific
I do
program.
remember now the horses being here because the big red thing where they were dancing on.
Yeah.
And they would, for some reason, they did not want to walk
They
across
did not want to walk across it.
Hopeful on Fire. Engine Company number 1. Mike Walsh is the chief. Brian Turcott is the president.
They serve the 8th Fire District, which is, of course, Hope Lawn. And they've been around since 1914.
Here's one of our public works trucks. Some kind of vac.
What does that do? Looks like it. Yeah, it's a vacuum.
Oh yeah, it's this Freightliner sewer vac truck.
Pretty cool.
If there's a better public works department in the state of New Jersey, I haven't heard about it, seen it.
Because they don't exist.
They don't exist. These men and women are like ridiculous with the job they do. And there's the rec float.
Shouldn't you be on that, Brian?
I'd rather be here where it's warmer.
That's the spirit.
That's our youth sports. We have a bunch of our soccer players.
Paul up there? Paul Lusick is the deputy director. One of the largest youth recreation programs in the state.
Yeah, easy.
Giving children opportunity to participate in baseball, softball, basketball, soccer, and volleyball.
I did the commercial already. I didn't realize they had their own float.
Yeah, now we have wrestling. So
and
I mentioned that, yep. Jamaica Funeral Home is not in the parade, but behind that we have a first-time.
There we go.
Strickland Steakhouse.
There we go.
Mike Ostrowski in front there. He's the manager. That looks like Mike Strickland's wife. It is Mike holding the balloons.
Mike's holding the balloons.
I'm sure those cute little kids are Mike's. He's got 3 of them.
It's a great restaurant.
Oh my
terrific
gosh.
food, wonderful atmosphere. And Mike is a Woodbridge guy, right? Port Reading guy.
Port Reading.
About 36 years old now. Yep, born and raised in Woodbridge. We discovered him in Staten Island, the West Shore Inn. We went out there to check him out. He used to work for Sharon McAuliffe, and we've been talking about his steakhouse on Main Street for years. So she's finally says, "You want to talk to Mike Strickland?" So we do. We go out, we meet. This is the tough things we have to do in our job.
Yeah,
we have
sometimes
to go
it's
to
hard.
a steakhouse.
You have to go to a
in Staten
steakhouse.
Island
Sometimes
and
even
do
out of
research.
state.
Yeah, do research.
God bless you.
It's what you have to sacrifice sometimes when you're the mayor. But anyway, we loved him. We loved his food. We loved his everything out there. And we worked on it and got somebody to buy the building and rent it to him. And boom, that defines Main Street. When you got Strickland's on your Main Street, you're doing okay.
Yes, it does.
There's some real fine dining on Main Street.
More to come.
Casby Fire Department. The chief is Luis Montalvo, and the president is Jack Croft. They've been around since 1908, serving the people of Casby.
Middlesex County Hazmat Unit.
Coordinator is Brian Austin. The deputy coordinator is Kendall Fells, I should say. Captain is Larry Kramer.
That's our CERT team, Community Emergency Response Team. They are amazing.
I'm sorry. I jumped ahead.
Somehow the county snuck in there.
Yeah, the county snuck in.
But our CERT team is terrific. They call them the Mayor's Marines. They go out for anything we need, and they just do traffic control. They're there for first aid if there's emergencies.
And playing on that military theme, there we go.
That's their truck.
Yeah, we always talk about it, how they leave their families and they go jump into the thick of it and, help everybody else.
And when there's something in catastrophe and we have to house people or we have to just deal with situations, they know exactly what they're doing. Brian Austin works for us in IT, and he just does a terrific job running that. And there we have the cotton candy guy coming up.
Right.
He's not in our list.
But he's working hard.
Magliano's.
Uh-oh.
And
boys and girls.
There we are. Get ready.
Get ready.
This is it. It's official now.
I want to thank Kevin McCreary for the job he does. He always arranges to get Santa Claus to come down from the North Pole. And Santa can go anywhere. You think of all the places in the world, but the one Santa in their town right now, and he's in Woodbridge. There he is, in Mississippi.
There he is.
Sponsored by Bayshore Recycling, good friend of the community. And there they are. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah. And there's Bruno filming them right there.
That'll do it.
Talk about their busy schedule. Yeah, they got the busiest of all schedules.
They got to get on the road.
Wait, who's this?
Got the Sharpshooters band.
Oh, we jumped over them.
Oh, but first.
Sharpshooters band. Ron Pruitt, director. Lou Richards, drum major. Mike Johnson, percussion captain. Joe Gonder, band manager. A nice group of guys and girls there.
They're out of northern New Jersey. I don't know what town, but welcome to Woodbridge.
Percussion parade bands in existence.
Our good buddy Joe Gonder, mayor.
Yeah, from the Elks.
Yeah.
There they
are the Sharpshooters Band of Northern New Jersey.
They usually used to walk ahead, and then they used to open up the roadway for Santa to come
Yeah,
through.
that's the
I think they changed their routine a little bit this year.
We're going to hear a little music. Or not. No? They're lining up. Let's take a listen, everybody.
Good job, Turnpike. You did a great job, dude. Throw it up, not eat it. Throw the popcorn out.
That is it. It is officially the holiday season in Woodbridge.
It has arrived full force today.
What a weekend. What a weekend we had.
What a weekend. You know, we've had some pretty warm weekends, and this one felt like a real beginning of winter weekend, so appropriately.
We've had holiday parades that are warmer than the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yes, that is a common occurrence, actually. And there they go, and here come the police.
And right behind them will be the public works
people,
ready to clean up.
And in a half an hour from now, you won't know there was a parade.
Even know there was
That's
a parade.
how good they are.
Exactly.
But to everyone out there, for Brian, for John, Craig Coleman saying thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah.
Whatever you celebrate,
Whatever you celebrate, be good, be a good citizen, get involved in the community. You'll love it. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a great holiday.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.